Good afternoon. Well, I started this company, Team Iris, after a tenure of 6 years at the Bursar of Mayo College, Ajmer. And as you would have seen in the clip, that Team Iris is a soft skill training company. But for last 3 months, due to pandemic, we've been conducting, webinars online on various topics of interest, such as stress management, child rights, senior citizen rights, personal financial management, decoding procrastination. The aim is to give back to the society, and all these are the free webinars. So today we are back with another very interesting topic, which is nutrition and healthy food, or good food eating habits. Now, this particular topic is very close to my heart because I am myself, associated with the world, as some of you know about it. And this is an interesting topic because a lot of us know about it, but at times we don't follow it. Today we have a panel which consists of a dietitian, an executive chef, and a nutritionist who would present different perspectives about food, what is to be eaten, what are the best practices to be followed, so that the food benefits our body the way we want it to be. The very first panelist today we have is Divya Rathod. Now, Divya has worked as a consulting dietitian with Jan Fraternity and Mother Care Hospital, Jaipur. She's been working as a resident dame with Mayo College since 2016 and has closely worked with me on planning of menu for students of the school. The menu prepared by her was appreciated by none other than Miss Rujuta Devakar. She's a very well-known, uh, you know, dietitian. She looks after the celebrities. And when Rajuta visited Mayo College, we presented the menu, what we had, and she was quite in sync with whatever we were serving there. She felt that it was a very well planned and a balanced menu. And today, Divya is going to talk about the importance of nutrients, how to achieve the given calorie count, using various dishes, and what all should be there in a balanced menu for a particular day. So, over to Divya, and let's hear her out as to how a good menu can be planned.
Good afternoon, one and all present here. Kindly share the screen, please. Now, आज खाने में क्या बन रहा है? How was the lunch? What's for the menu? These are very common questions which are asked in almost all the families. That means food plays a very important part in our life. Menu planning is a great way to make sure a balanced diet and meeting all nutritional needs of each and every family members. Pre-planned menu help us to be purposeful about what to buy and what to eat. So let's start with the basis of menu planning. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Yes. First of all, a diet should be a balanced diet that we all know that all the nutrients in their required amount, in balanced amount we should have. And next is good health, physical, mental, and social well-being. As we all know that food is very important in our life, and not only physically it helps us, but for mental satisfaction or and for social well-being, also food is very important. For example, when we are upset or we are in stress and we eat our favorite food like ice cream, we feel more energetic, more relaxed. So food plays a very important role in our mental health also. And when a person is physically and emotionally balanced or happy, he will actively participate in social well-being or social activities also. So these all three aspects of our life is connected with our food. Next is recommended dietary allowances, which are given by National Institute of Nutrition, Hyderabad. They have given a particular amount of different nutrients in which what amount we have to take. Previous slide, please. Next is infrastructure. When we are planning a menu for a large scale, or like in mess or in hotels or in particular some institute or even in our home, we have the infrastructure of that institute is very important. Just like raw material, while selecting the raw material, our region in which we are living and our religious belief, for example, if somebody is vegetarian, he would prefer to buy vegetarian raw material. And if somebody is living in, like I am from Rajasthan, but if I go to some cold country, so I have to purchase the raw material which are available to that region. Next is equipment available. Whenever I plan to add some food items, whether I have that equipment, like if I want to add baked veg in my menu, do I have a good quality of oven? Or if I want to give dosa in my mess, do I have proper equipments to give dosa to 200, 300 children? So this is very important. Next is staff availability and competence. At home or at hotels or at mess, the quality of staff, the quality of work they are giving or service they are providing us is very much important. The availability of staff and competence means which type of recipes they can cook, which we can include our menu, or some special recipes of their choice we can also add in our menu, in which they are very much perfect. Next is space and time. Space plays a very important role. Like if in some institute, the mess is small, so they have to serve their food in batches. And in other some institute, they provide separate meals for their staff. So space is very much important, and time obviously. Like if I am working and I am getting only 15 minutes break in my job, then I would prefer vegetable sandwiches or veg rolls in my lunch. But if I am getting 20 to 30 minutes lunch break, then I would obviously prefer a proper meal which consists of dal, chapati, roti, and vegetable. So space and time is also important in planning a menu. Next is season of the year. This is the most important thing, because first of all, season of the year is important because in a particular season, the food items have maximum nutrient content if they are seasonal. Secondly, the nature itself provides food items which are according to that season. For example, in summers, we are getting all the fruits which are rich in water content, like muskmelon, watermelon, mangoes, etc. And in winters, we are getting most of the citrus fruits and beetroots, etc., which helps to increase our immunity. So it's always preferred to have a seasonal fruit. And broccoli is very much nutritious. It is rich in their minerals and fiber content. But in this season, when it is not producing, I should not plan it in my menu, because if I prefer to purchase broccoli, it will cost high, as well as the broccoli में 10 ग्राम vitamins हैं. But अगर मैंने उसको 2-3 months के बाद में खरीदा है, तो वो vitamin loss 10 to 5 grams ही रह जाएगा. So for this purpose, we should always try to prefer seasonal vegetables and fruits or seasonal food items. Next is various color, textures, and aroma. We all know aroma is very much important. The most popular brand Maggi is number one among our children just because of its special aroma. Other noodles or other instant noodles left behind just because of the aroma of Maggi. So aroma and texture, color is very much important. What mistake we are doing while planning a menu, like nowadays everybody has become very much health conscious. So what they are doing, this is a very common practice nowadays, like they are preparing food at home with less oil, less spices and all. And at the weekend, because weekend is our cheat day, they go and eat outside and heavy food. तो हमारी सारी week की तो मेहनत खराब कर दी हमने. तो बेटर है कि हम थोड़ा सा उसमें टेक्सचर अरोमा ऐड कर लें. फॉर एग्जांपल, if there is a mother who is cooking paneer with light gravy and less oil, but if she sprinkles little bit of kasuri methi in it, so what will her children say? Mama, आज तो आपने बिल्कुल रेस्टोरेंट जैसा खाना बनाया है, बहुत ही टेस्टी. So color, texture and aroma is very much important. Next is special occasions. Are all occasions, the food we eat in our all occasions, like on Holi, we prefer to have kanji. In winters, we prefer to have til laddu or posh bada. These all food are according to season and healthy. Otherwise, in our mess, when the French festival is there, we try to give French food in one of the meal, just to get connected emotionally with those days. And if we have cross country or like swimming competition just after lunch, that time we plan khichdi with curd and papad, so that their calories requirement will complete, but the food should be light for their further competition. So special occasions are very important while planning a menu. Next is provide variety. Variety, we all love to have a variety in our diet, and it's better to give different types of food, the same recipe, the same vegetable. We can make it different just with inclusion of few spices or few leaves like mint leaves, like kasuri methi or cinnamon. So that way we can provide variety in our food. And last not least, the cost factor. This is the number one and most important point while planning a menu. But we should always think over the alternatives. If somebody wants to give omega-3 to her family members, and all the and nuts in her menu, but they are so costly. So we should think over the alternatives. It is not necessary that we should stuck on the walnuts or almond or fig. We should think over the other alternatives like peanut, roasted chana, roasted makhana, chia seed, flax seed, a little bit 1 teaspoon of pumpkin seed in our other recipes. So we should think over the alternative also. We should never affect the cost in our nutritional value. Next slide, please. This is the recommended dietary allowances given by National Institute of Nutrition, Hyderabad. And I have kept only 4 important nutrients here. First of all, energy, protein, and calcium and iron, because nowadays calcium and iron deficiencies are most common among young children. And earlier, the iron deficiency was limited to this is very much common among the boys also. And the most important point I want to highlight here, that there can never be a RDA or recommended dietary allowances for energy, because the energy which we require depends upon the different aspects, like the activities we do, the metabolism, it differs from person to person, the age, the body weight. According to body weight, we have to increase or decrease the calories content. So these are, but for other nutrients like for protein, for calcium, for iron, or other vitamins, help of this dietary guidelines. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. This is the portions of food and nutrients. Means the common question is, मुझे कितनी चपाती खानी चाहिए, मुझे 1 कटोरी दाल खानी चाहिए दिन में, या मैं 2 कटोरी लूं, या मैं अपने एडोलेसेंट बॉय को 8 चपाती दे सकती हूँ. So these questions are very much common. So while planning a menu, we should take help of this exchange list. Like 1 serving आपका दाल आपको कितनी कैलोरीज देगा, 1 चम्मच आपकी चाय आप ले रहे हैं शुगर, उसमें 5 ग्राम शुगर आ रही है तो वो आपको 20 ग्राम कैलोरीज देगा। और आजकल बहुत कॉमन है कि हम चाय, कॉफी और मिल्क में से तो शुगर अवॉइड कर देते हैं, विच कंटेन्स ओनली 20 grams of 20 किलो कैलोरीज। व्हाट वी डू, हम लोग हमारा जो हेल्दी बिस्किट्स हैं, कुकीज है, हाई फाइबर बिस्किट्स हैं, हम वो खाते हैं इंस्टेड ऑफ टेकिंग 1 टीस्पून ऑफ शुगर। सो उससे आप देखें तो आपकी कैलोरीज बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ जाती है। And this table also helps, like for example, nowadays I'm vegetarian and I'm working from home, and most of the time I'm spending in front of this screen time is more, so my activities are less, so I have to plan 1600 calories diet for myself. And for this, since I am vegetarian, आई एम बैलेंसिंग कि मैं 5 सर्विंग लूंगी सीरियल्स की, 100 कैलोरीज है एक, मैं 2 सर्विंग लूंगी पल्सेस की, और क्योंकि मुझे कैल्शियम चाहिए, देन आई विल ड्रिंक अ ग्लास ऑफ मिल्क डेली आल्सो, एंड अदरवाइज आई विल टेक अदर वेजिटेबल्स एंड ऑल। अब क्या है कि मेरे पास 5 सर्विंग है सीरियल की, उसमें से मैं 1 सर्विंग ब्रेकफास्ट में ले लूंगी, 2 मैं अपने लंच में ले लूंगी, और 2 मैं डिनर में ले लूंगी। अब मेरे पास सीरियल का कोई सर्विंग नहीं है, देन I should avoid cereal in my evening tea time. The common food we eat during tea time, like rusk or matri or anything else, bhel, we think bhel is very much healthy, so we take bhel. So I have to avoid cereal completely from my evening tea time, because by balancing my calories, मेरे को सिर्फ 5 सर्विंग ही लेना है, ठीक है। तो अब मैं क्या लूंगी उसकी जगह, मेरी 2 सर्विंग पल्सेस की है, एक मैंने लंच में ले ली। पर सारे दिन दाल कौन खाता है, सुबह भी दाल खाएं, शाम को भी दाल खाएं। देन एट टी टाइम आई कैन हैव either 1 serving of sprouts or 1 serving of moong dal chila. That way I can balance my diet. So this table is very much helpful. But if as a common person we feel that ये तो बहुत ज़्यादा complicated हो गया है, then there is another simple way. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Yes. The simplest way to plan a balanced diet is like हमें macronutrients भी चाहिए diet में और micronutrients भी चाहिए. And nowadays water also is very important in our diet. तो macronutrients में मुझे ये देखना है कि carbohydrates हैं, protein है, fat है, और micronutrients में मेरे पास vitamins and minerals हैं. 55 to 60% मेरी जो कैलोरीज है वो मुझे कार्बोहाइड्रेट से लेनी है, 20 to 25 मुझे प्रोटीन से लेनी है और फैट से लेनी है। तो हम मेजर पोर्शन कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स का रखेंगे अपनी डाइट में, थोड़ा सा पोर्शन प्रोटीन का रखेंगे और फैट का रखेंगे। द मिसकंसेप्शन इज कि फैट तो हमारी डाइट में होना ही नहीं चाहिए, बट वी शुड थिंक दैट ऑल द फैट soluble vitamins are available in fatty items only, like vitamin A, D, E, K, and omega-3, which have anti-aging effects and which are lubricants to our bone joints. So what we can do if we want to increase the quality of our fat, we can just change our fat. Like in summers, we should prefer mustard oil or coconut oil, and in winters, we should prefer sesame oil or groundnut oil. That way we can improve the quality of our fat, but we should never avoid fat from our diet. Next is in this season we are not getting good quality of palak. अब क्या करें हम, हमारे पास तो हरी सब्जी है ही नहीं और हमारे माइक्रोन्यूट्रिएंट्स लेस हो रहे हैं, तो अब हम क्या करें? तो क्या करना है, आपको सिर्फ देखना है कि माइक्रोन्यूट्रिएंट्स वाले पार्ट में से आपको कुछ फ्रूट्स एंड वेजिटेबल्स लेना है। अगर अभी कोई ग्रीन वेजिटेबल नहीं आ रही है बट मिंट बहुत अच्छा आता है, कोरिएंडर बहुत अच्छा आता है, तो वी कैन ऐड जस्ट मिंट चटनी or coriander chutney in our menu. That way we can balance all the nutrients, because micronutrients means they are required in very little amount. So with chutney only we can fulfill our needs of micronutrients. This is the way, the easiest way to balance our diet. Next slide, please. Now, till now, we all know what food items are good, what is balanced diet, how we should eat, how to include those food items in our diet. But the most important thing is the distribution of nutrients. मतलब हमें high protein rich खाना कब खाना है, हमें high carbohydrate rich खाना कब खाना है, fruits कब खाने हैं. This is the most important thing. For this, the basic thing is that we should have a proper distribution of meals, like 7 servings we are providing to our children, adolescent child. But if it is not possible, we can stick to 5 servings a day. And 1/3 of the daily requirement should be given in the breakfast. The false practice which we are following, like हम हमारे बच्चों को मिल्क में कोई एनर्जी ड्रिंक या हेल्थ ड्रिंक डाल के दे देते हैं, and we think कि अब उनका न्यूट्रिएंट्स हमने पूरा दे दिया, and now we are free. But this is the wrong practice. We should have proper breakfast. Or sometimes we want to reduce weight, then we avoid our breakfast, or we take little bit amount of some fruit or something in our breakfast. But this is the wrong practice, because the name itself shows like break fast. We have to break our fast of 14 to 15 hours, and that time our stomach acid content is its highest level, and whatever food we will eat that time, it will be easily digested and absorbed by our body. So the breakfast should be heavy, as all people's our elderly person used to say. So we should take 1/3 of our daily nutrients into the breakfast. And for special occasions, we have already discussed separate menu and inclusion of seasonal, fresh and local food items in our menu. And a menu should be cyclic. Like if we plan a 1 week menu, तो सबको फैमिली में पता हो जाएगा कि ये है, अब यही है. बट वी शुड प्लान साइक्लिक मेन्यू ऑफ 15 days. लाइक एक वीक हमने राजमा बना लिया, एक वीक हमने छोले बना लिया, एक वीक हमने सिर्फ दाल का चीला बना लिया, नेक्स्ट वीक हमने इडली बना ली. तो दिस वे 15 days का मेन्यू साइक्लिक रहेगा, तो बहुत ही अच्छा रहता है. नेक्स्ट इज बैलेंस बिटवीन नॉन वेजिटेरियन एंड वेजिटेरियन डाइट. There is a myth कि vegetarian को तो पूरा प्रोटीन मिलता ही नहीं है. They must have to take supplements, various protein supplements, but it is very much important that we should balance a vegetarian diet as well as non-vegetarian diet. What we can do, we can include the combination of cereals and pulses in our diet, or we can include different types of pulses in our diet to improve not the quantity of the protein, but to improve the quality of the protein. And next is special diets for a sports person. Yes, they need an extra amount of sprouts or fruits, etc. Allergic person, if somebody has glucose intolerance, so we have to cook different things. And next is Happy Club. In our school, we are giving Happy Club, like we are giving all the variety of the menu to obese children or obese other staff members also, but with less oil and less spices, so that they can enjoy the varieties with low calories, and we give extra servings of fruits and salads to them. So this is the distribution of nutrients. Next slide, please. Here is a sample of the diet plan which we are giving to our boys. Just I will emphasize on the breakfast, because breakfast is very much important, and just I will emphasize how we have balanced the non-vegetarian diet and vegetarian diet. Like in breakfast, we are providing porridge for all children, but for non-vegetarian children, cheese omelette is there. And for vegetarian children, cheese chilla is there. So we have the cheese as well as the protein item. And since the chilla has low amount of protein compared to omelette, so we have included some sprouted chana salad also in our diet. And thus, we are giving almost 365 calories in the breakfast, which is almost 1/3 of the 2300 kilocalories. And if we see the next, the last column, like there are few immunity booster items: honey, sprouts, curd, lemon, lasun chutney. Whenever we plan our menu according to the basis, like to give variety, texture, color, it will automatically include all the required food items like immunity booster, proteins, carbohydrates, etc. Next slide, please. So these are the few food items which in Hyderabad has suggested for all the Indians to include in their diet during this pandemic, which increases our immunity, like nuts, fruits and vegetables, whole grains, curd, and adequate liquid amount, and which we have already included in our menu. Next slide. Now, coming to the certain fads and facts related to menu planning or diet planning, or which are very much common among us, that carbs will lead to weight gain. First of all, what we think कि अगर हमें पतला होना है तो हमें चपाती छोड़नी है और रात को कोई चावल नहीं खाना है, सिर्फ प्रोटीन शेक पीना है या सिर्फ दाल खानी है, इस तरह से. But 60% of our energy should be given to carbs because our brain takes only glucose. The diet of our brain is only glucose and our central nervous system. And if we are taking proper calories from our carbohydrates, it helps in sparing our muscle tissues also. But wisely, we can think over the selection of the carbohydrates. For example, we should not select the simple sugar, simple carbs like maida or breads, etc. We can select different types of cereals like someday oats, someday makka, bajra, tofu, some millets like ragi. We can add all those things in our diet in cycle basis. Next is protein should be the primary staple diet. This is the most common fads nowadays because keto diet is very much popular nowadays. But I would like to suggest that keto diet should not be taken for long duration because it affects the health of our kidney and other organs. Basically, at least 20%, 15 to 20% of our calories we should take from protein. But in some diseases, metabolic diseases like diabetes or PCOS, we have to increase little bit amount of protein in our diet, but it should be up to 25% only, not more than 25%. And if the person is uh, working very hard or a sports person, we extend this amount to 30% only. But the 50% or 45% will be our carbohydrate. So we should not make protein as a staple diet because it leads to weight gain also. Like whatever the food item which is rich in protein, automatically they are rich in natural fat also. Then they may cause harmful effect to liver, heart, and kidney also. You can observe that nowadays, जो हमारे जो youngsters हैं, जो जिमिंग कर रहे हैं और प्रोटीन सप्लीमेंट्स ले रहे हैं, उनका बाल्डनेस बहुत कॉमन है just because of the high intake of the protein. When I consult with Ma'am Rijuta Divekar, she said that if we work out for 1 hour rigorously, then only 1 scoop of protein powder we are needed. But it is not advisable. But if you want to take only 1 scoop of protein powder, you should take. But what our youngsters are doing, they are working for 1 hour and they are taking 2 scoops of protein powder. So this is a big fads among the youngsters. Next is calcium supplement should be taken for height gain. जो adolescent child के parents हैं, वो हमेशा यही चाहते हैं कि कुछ शेल कैल दे दें, कैलकेयर या फॉस्फेट दे दें, 5 फॉस्फेट. But the main thing is that the absorption rate of calcium depends upon the physical activity only. Due to this pandemic, abhi hamara vitamin D3 deficiency and calcium deficiency is very much common among the mass, just because of the we are doing less activities nowadays, and we are spending most of the time in AC. So whenever we increase our physical activities, our calcium absorption rate automatically increases. We need not to take extra calcium supplement. And if our diet is balanced, we are taking 1 glass of milk daily or 2 glasses of milk daily, then only we can fulfill our calcium requirement. Next slide, please. Previous slide, yes. And the other part of juices and energy drinks are healthy. These are the mothers के लिए बहुत कॉमन है, जिनके बच्चे स्पोर्ट्स खेलते हैं, स्पोर्ट्स से आते ही उनको अच्छा सा फ्रूट जूस दे देते हैं या फिर टैंग या अपना ग्लूकोज पाउडर उनको देते हैं, बट दिस इज नॉट द राइट वे, बिकॉज जो भी जूसेस होते हैं उनमें शुगर कंसंट्रेशन बहुत ज्यादा होता है। एंड व्हेन वी च्यू समथिंग, जब हम कुछ चीज चबाते हैं तो उस टाइम पे हमारी बॉडी इंसुलिन सिक्रेट करती है, और जितना टाइम हम च्यू करने में लेते हैं उतना वो इंसुलिन ज्यादा सिक्रेट करती है। और जब हमने एक साथ जूस पी लिया तो इंसुलिन तो सिक्रेट नहीं हो पाया, तो वो जो एक्स्ट्रा ग्लूकोज है वो फैट में यूटिलाइज हो जाता है। और ऑब्वियसली जूस फाइबर कंटेंट में लो रहता है, so we should always avoid drinking juice, or instead of that we should prefer whole foods. Next is eggs have more protein content. Vegetarian adolescent boys हैं, उनमें ये सबसे ज्यादा बड़ा फेमस मिथ है कि हम लोग इसलिए वीक हैं क्योंकि हम एग नहीं खाते या हम नॉनवेज नहीं खाते। बट इट इज राइट कि एग का बायो अवेलेबिलिटी इज मोस्ट is number one than other item. 100% bioavailability रहती है egg की. But if we compare this table like tofu, if we are eating 50 grams of tofu, it is giving 12 to 18 grams of protein. और अगर हमारा bioavailability टोफू का 50% है, तो एटलीस्ट 6 या 8 ग्राम तो प्रोटीन हमें मिला ही है ना। तो इसमें हमें बस ये ध्यान रखना है कि we should eat cereals in the pulses in the combination. Like हम एक ही दाल पे स्टिक नहीं हो कि सिर्फ अरहर की दाल ही बन रही है या सिर्फ मूंग की दाल ही बन रही है घर में। We should rotate them, कभी मसूर की, कभी मूंग की, कभी राजमा, तो उससे हमारी क्वालिटी ऑफ प्रोटीन इंक्रीज हो जाएगी। और फॉर यंगस्टर्स जो एडोलेसेंट बॉयज हैं उनके लिए nowadays vegan diet is very much popular, but I also wish to give them example like John Abraham, Selena Williams, or Sonu Sood. They all have very good physique with vegan diet, so they should not think I'm not saying that eggs are not good, they are equally good, but we should not think that if we are not eating egg we are lacking in protein content. And that's all for today. Thank you so much. And back to Sir Bharadwaj.
Well, thank you, Divya. It was beautifully explained as to how you can achieve a calorie count based on the portion control. Because what I had also seen over a period of time, we all know how much of calorie one should have at a particular age. But how do you achieve that particular calorie? How can you divide the food so that you do not underdo or overdo the calorie count? So if we start, probably making a planned menu, because what you have shown is very specific to, say, schools, and there are some mess managers also who are attending the webinar would be greatly, benefited. But if it's done in a very systematic manner, and if we do a little planning, especially the people who are very conscious about having good food, then it will go a long way if we plan our food in such a manner rather than just thinking that what tastes good and what is something which is very appealing to eyes, then probably we'll have a much more healthier life. Now, if in case somebody's got any questions, you can post your queries and questions in the chat box, and we'll take on all the questions at the end of the session. We'll not disturb the panelists in between. Okay. Now, this was one perspective of as far as the dietitian is concerned. So, ladies and gentlemen, we also, as we all know, we want to eat healthy and balanced diet. Some of us are also suffering from lifestyle diseases like diabetes, blood pressure, overweight, thyroid, etc. But what exactly constitutes a healthy food? What is the basis on which healthy food is prepared? To tell you about this aspect, we have with us a celebrity chef, Mr. Hatinder Sharma, who has huge experience in the catering industry. He is basically a specialist Italian chef and has been instrumental in opening number of high-end Italian restaurants and kitchens all over the country. But nowadays he's also doing multi-cuisine, including Oriental and European. So he has a very vast experience of culinary skills of different countries. Due to his passion in cooking, for last 3 years, he has been researching on vegan food to cure diabetes. These foods, this food which has been prepared by him creates a situation of reverse diabetes. So during the course of this talk, we will also be putting certain links of his talk shows where they've talked about reverse diabetes. You can click those links later on and have a look at it. What exactly is the reverse diabetes? Now, he has also worked very closely with some super specialty hospital and has successfully helped number of patients to get cured of diabetes and weight loss. Presently, he's also working on food for other diseases like blood pressure, thyroid, migraine, PCOD. So this is a very different perspective of healthy food. So let's listen to Chef Hatinder Sharma, who will present you a different way as to what healthy food is. So over to Chef Sharma. Chef Sharma, please unmute yourself.
Hi, myself Hitinder Sharma. I'm chef, specialized for Italian cuisine, and last 2 3 years I can research it for vegan cuisine, for diabetic food, and for a healthy food also. Now, what is healthy food? A healthy diet is a diet that helps maintain or improve your overall health. Healthy diet provide the body with essential nutrition जो खाना आपके शरीर को ताकत और एनर्जी देगा, दैट इज द हेल्दी डाइट। ये सब चीजें आपके शरीर को एनर्जी और ये सब चीज प्रोवाइड करता है। दूसरी चीज, हमें कौन सा फूड हमेशा खाना चाहिए और किस तरीके से हमें ये फूड वो करना चाहिए। एक्चुअली हमारा जो अर्थ है वो 70% पानी है और 30% सॉलिड है। उसी तरीके से हमारी बॉडी भी है, 70% पानी है और 30% सॉलिड है। लेकिन हम फूड जो है इसका उल्टा खाते हैं। हम जो है वो 70% सॉलिड खाते हैं और 30% वाटर कंटेंट भी नहीं लेते। मतलब कि जैसे फूड को 3 भागों में बांटा गया है। ए, फ्रूट जो हमारे शरीर से 4 घंटे में डाइजेस्ट होता है। बी, वेजिटेबल जो 4 से 6 घंटे में डाइजेस्ट होता है। और सी, ग्रेन एंड पल्सेस जो हमारे शरीर से 18 से 20 घंटे में डाइजेस्ट होता है। तो जो सी है दैट इज द सॉलिड फूड जो हम तीनों टाइम खाते हैं। सुबह नाश्ते में पराठे या रोटी, दोपहर में चावल या रोटी, और रात को रोटी या चावल। तो ये तीनों टाइम जो है हम सॉलिड फूड खा रहे हैं और इसी सॉलिड फूड के कारण हमारे जो शरीर के अंदर है वो क्रॉनिक बीमारियां होते जा रही है, जैसे डायबिटीज, थायराइड और ये सब चीज, इस तरीके की सारी बीमारियां होती जा रही है। तो इन सब चीजों को रोकने के लिए हमें वाटर रिच फूड जो है अपनी डाइट में जोड़ना पड़ेगा। उस डाइट में जोड़ने के लिए सबसे पहले हमारे को मॉर्निंग में कोई अपना डिटॉक्स जूस ले लें। उसके बाद सेकंड जो है आपका फ्रूट सैलेड ले लें। उसके बाद जब लंच लें तो लंच में अपना प्रॉपर दाल लें, सब्जी लें, 1 कप छाछ ले। इफ यू आर मेकिंग प्रोबायोटिक्स ऑल्सो, प्रोबायोटिक्स भी ले सकते हैं विद दैट ऑल्सो। उसके साथ आप रोटी लें। इफ यू आर डायबिटिक, तो डायबिटिक में जो कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स है वो आप कम लें। कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स को कन्वर्ट करें प्रोटीन में। जैसे आप जो है मान लीजिए कि दाल का पराठा बना लिया, तो दाल में जो प्रोटीन है वो आप स्टफ करके उसको बना के दे सकते हैं। तेल कम से कम यूज करें। तेल की जगह आप जो है नट्स खाएं, जो इसके अंदर नेचुरल जो है वो ऑयल होता है जो हमारे शरीर के अंदर उसे खाने से हमारे शरीर के अंदर जाता है। तो आप, मेरे रिकमेंडेशन यही है कि आप खाने में कम से कम तेल हमेशा यूज करें। उसके बाद जब दोपहर में आप लंच लेंगे, लंच के बाद हाई टी में आप ग्रीन टी ले सकते हैं। और ग्रीन टी के बदले के साथ साथ अगर आप ग्रीन टी नहीं लेना चाहते तो कैन टेक अ जूस ऑल्सो और फ्रूट ऑल्सो। और जो आपका रात का खाना है वो बिल्कुल हल्का है। हल्का मीन्स आप जैसे सूप ले लिया, नॉट पल्सेस सूप, ओनली वेजिटेबल सूप, वेजिटेबल का जूस सूप ले लिया और उसके साथ सैलेड ले लिया, जिससे जो आपके डाइजेशन वो है वो आसानी से हो सके। 4 से 6 घंटे के अंदर आपका डाइजेशन जो है अच्छा रहेगा और आपका इम्यूनिटी पावर जो है वो ठीक रहेगी। बिकॉज जब आप मॉर्निंग में उठेंगे तो सही ढंग से उठ पाएंगे। लेकिन अगर आप यही चीज तीनों टाइम अनाज और ये सब चीज खा के वो करते हैं तो आपका शरीर, आपको सुबह सुबह ऐसा लगेगा कि मैं एकदम भारीपन सा है, आंखों में जलन सी है, कुछ ऐसा चलने में दिक्कत होती है। तो ये सब चीजें हैं। लेकिन आप जो ये मैंने जो डाइट बताई, इसी डाइट को अगर आप फॉलो करके और उसे आप खाते हैं तो आपको बिल्कुल अपने शरीर में हल्कापन सा रहता है। तीसरी चीज, अगर आप खाने के साथ साथ अगर आप प्रोबायोटिक्स और ये सब चीज यूज करते हैं, प्रोबायोटिक्स में मैं बता देता हूँ, प्रोबायोटिक्स आर लाइव बैक्टीरिया ऑफ ईस्ट दैट आर गुड फॉर यूर स्पेशली यूर डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम। जो हमारे डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम है उसके लिए जो बैक्टीरिया है वो दैट आर प्रोबायोटिक्स। मतलब हम जो है मैं जो है वो फूड का जैसे sauerkraut हो गया, केफिर हो गया और इस तरीके के प्रोबायोटिक्स जो है मैं अपने ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में वहाँ पे बनाता हूँ, जहाँ पे मैं अभी हूँ एज ए हॉस्ट क्लास में। और उस प्रोबायोटिक से मैं दैट इज गुड फॉर योर गट्स। मतलब जो इनर गट्स है वो आपके गट्स के लिए बहुत ही लाभदायक है, स्पेशली फॉर योर डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम। बॉडी फुल ऑफ बैक्टीरिया, हमारी जो बॉडी है फुल ऑफ बैक्टीरिया है, उसमें गुड भी है और बैड बैक्टीरिया भी है। प्रोबायोटिक आर often called good or helpful bacteria because they help keep our gut healthy। इसीलिए हमें प्रोबायोटिक्स जो है वो अपनी डेली यूसेज में थोड़ा थोड़ा रोज खाना चाहिए, ताकि हमारा जो गट वो है वो अच्छा बना रहे और इम्यून सिस्टम है जो मजबूत रहे, जिससे हमारे शरीर में प्राण शक्ति जो है, जो हमारे शरीर में लड़ने की ताकत जो है, बीमारियों से लड़ने की ताकत वो हमेशा बनी है। थैंक यू वेरी मच। ओवर टू
Uh,
Thanks a lot, Chef. Last but not the least, we have a nutritionist on our panel today. She is Kritika Bansal, who is an alumni of St. Xavier's, Kolkata, as she did her BCom honors from there. Interestingly, she is a qualified chartered accountant and company secretary AIR. She is also a certified nutritionist from Precision Nutrition L1 and L2. Today, she will talk to us about not only what we should eat, but how we should eat, as digesting of food involves mental state of a person and the environment the person is in. So over to Ritika.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. I'll just share my screen first. Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. And thank you so much, Alankar sir and Shilpa ma'am, for giving me this opportunity to be part of this webinar. This was me 7 years ago. And this is me today. 1 second. Yeah, sorry. This is me today. I weighed 19 kgs more previously than I weigh today. Let me take you through my journey. Like most of us, मैंने भी लाइफ में एक ट्रेडिशनल रूट लिया था. I completed my education, landed into a nice job, a lovely marriage, but never paid enough attention to my health. शायद कभी जरूरत ही नहीं लगी या कभी टाइम देने का सोचा ही नहीं. The pandemic and subsequent lockdown last year made me look at all the ignored health issues in my home: the acidity, diabetes, allergies, and most commonly misunderstood hypothyroidism. I myself was taking thyroid pills since last 8 years. रिपोर्ट्स में नंबर जरूर अच्छे आ रहे थे, बट मुझे एकदम भी बेटर फील नहीं हो रहा था. This made me think deeper about healthy lifestyle, and I was jolted by a newfound consciousness of mindful living and making healthier choices. And I have never looked back since then. And today I'm here for you. So when we talk about good health, what are the things that comes to our mind first? Balanced nutrition and adequate exercise, right? अच्छा खाना और exercise करना. But are these the only two things that should be considered while looking at good health? आप गाड़ी के इन दो पहियों को देख सकते हो, बट हम सबको पता है that गाड़ी चार पहियों पे चलती है, right? The other two wheels are invisible, but they are equally important. So let's look at the other two wheels of good health, and they are quality sleep and healthy relationship. So when I talk about sleep, consider it as a battery of your phone. हम पूरा दिन उसे यूज करते हैं, और यदि शाम तक उसको चार्ज नहीं किया तो what will happen? You have two options. Either your phone will get switched off, yeah, you have to turn down the internet, lower the volume, reduce the brightness, or maybe close all the unnecessary apps. आपके पास फिर भी थोड़ा कंट्रोल है हाथ में. But when it comes to sleep, you are working throughout the day, mentally and physically. And what if we don't charge ourselves at night? Body has its own way of reacting to it. Hormonal imbalances, improper communication between brain and other parts of your body, risk of metabolic diseases. In fact, recently there was a research which suggested that major cause of heart disease today is lack of proper sleep. Yes, guys, lack of proper sleep. So sleep becomes very important when it comes to your good health. Next factor is your healthy relationship. So when I talk about healthy relationship, there are three things that we should consider. Relationship itself. What do you think about yourself? आप अपने बारे में क्या सोचते हो, कैसा सोचते हो? Are you even ready and willing to take that next step towards your health and fitness? Relationship with your social network, your family, your friends, your colleagues, how their decision influence your decision. Say, for example, if you have a group of friends who always drank alcohol, stayed up late at night, ate junk foods, what would you be doing? Similar things, right? But what if you have group of friends who always exercised, went for cycling, trekking, ate healthy foods, and challenged you to be a better person each day? Wouldn't you be like them? Habits are contagious. You tend to be how you are surrounded with whom you are surrounded with. Next comes your relationship with your physical environment. Now you might be thinking, how will physical environment influence my journey of health and fitness? It does, trust me. So when it comes to physical environment, it can be anything like your workplace, your home, your kitchen, living hall, dining hall, etc. It can be anything. Say, for example, you had a very busy day at work. Okay, you come back home very hungry. You open your kitchen storage and found a packet of chips there. What would you be? You might be thinking, what silly question I'm asking? I'm super hungry. I'll definitely have that packet of chips. Absolutely right. But what if your kitchen storage had no such packaged item? Rather, it had a bowl of, say, rice, or maybe it had a bowl of vegetables or some fruits. Wouldn't you have that? Since you were super hungry, you would have picked anything that was in front of you, right? So can you see how your environment is influencing your decision? So though I'm not telling that nutrition and exercise is not important, it is, it definitely is. But along with that, your quality sleep and your relationship with yourself, with your surrounding, with your environment plays a very crucial role. So I won't be able to explain each of them in detail, but let me start with balanced nutrition today. So जब हम nutrition के बारे में सोचते हैं, what are the things that comes to our mind? हमें क्या खाना चाहिए या कितना खाना चाहिए, right? And these days we all think that we know how to eat nutritiously because we read books, magazines, blogs, we have friends to discuss with, and nowadays none of us are immune to social media. And from this हम लोग एक set of rules बना लेते हैं अपने लिए. Say for example, healthy eating means eating 1500 calories a day. Healthy eating means eating 3 perfectly balanced meal each day. Healthy eating means no wheat, no dairy, no sugar, etc. and so on. We always tend to look outside while the problem lies inside. So while what and how much you eat matters, but what matters more initially to start with is how you eat. So let me start with basics. It sounds basic, but trust me guys, it's much more important than what and how much you eat. So first point is eat slowly and mindfully. Now why eat slowly and mindfully? Right? हम सबके साथ ऐसा कभी ना कभी जरूर हुआ होगा, हम अपना मील्स खत्म करते हैं and then we realize यार आज तो ज्यादा खा लिया. यार ज्यादा क्यों खा लिया? Because the rate at which we eat is much faster than the speed at which our brain sends signal to our body that it no longer requires food. But since हम इतना fast खाते हैं, we don't let that communication happen properly. So slow eating will actually prevent overeating. Next point comes better digestion. Why you should eat slow? Because it actually helps in digestion. हम सब ने ये सुना होगा कभी ना कभी, खाने को पानी की तरह and पानी को खाने की तरह खाना चाहिए. Have you realized what does that mean? That chew your food so well that it turns into liquid, and when you drink water, sip it, swallow it, roll it around just like you do with your food right now, and then swallow it. You know, we all think that our digestion begins in our stomach, but actually aapko pata hai, our digestion begins in our mouth. The movement we even think about food, the mouth starts generating the saliva. And the moment we take the food in, it breaks down with the help of saliva so that it becomes easier for our stomach to do the digestion process. But when we eat really fast, we accelerate this entire digestion process. We bargain with our stomach to prepare stomach acid much before it is even ready for it. And then issues like acidity, bloating, etc. Guys, surprises are great for birthdays, but not for your body. So always eat slow. You know, it will definitely help you to eat right portion for you, and also you will feel much lighter than ever. Next important point when it comes to nutrition is to recognize, coming to how you should eat slowly. To start with, I mean, it's the best way is to just practice it actually. But you know, to start with, you can start using a meal timer. So maybe today just go home, beat any meals, maybe your lunch or your dinner. Say you take 8 minutes to complete your meal. Set a timer for 12 minutes and slowly increase your pace. Over a period of time, maybe 6 months, 1 year, it might take you can take how much ever time you want, but increase your pace slowly and try to achieve that 20 to 25 minutes average. Next point is to eat without distractions. All of us are working from home right now, right? So we are either watching television, ya to mobile haath mein hai, ya even we are working in front of laptop while having our meals. Say your portion size was to eat 2 chapatis. your mom comes and puts another one to your plate, but you are so distracted that you end up eating that as well. You don't even realize that your portion size was just 2 chapati, but you have the third one also. So eat mindfully. Just when you are eating your meals, it should be just you and your food. Third thing you can consider while eating slow is to take smaller bites. When we take larger bites, you don't have control, right? Like if you're chewing your food and there is larger particles, your mouth automatically your food automatically tends to go inside. You cannot hold it for long. So try to take smaller bites, just like you do wine tasting. Fourth point is to notice what else affects your food. Maybe the person with whom you are eating, or maybe you were so hungry because you skipped your previous meals that you tend to eat very fast. Okay, so notice what else can affect your speed. Try to compete with the person you are eating. See who eats the slowest. Maybe he or she also improves along with you. Try this out today and let me know what happens. Next point is to recognize your hunger and fullness cues. आप सबने देखा होगा small kids, बच्चे, either they start crying या बहुत चिड़चिड़े हो जाते हैं when they want food, and even when they don't want food, they know exactly when to start and when to stop, right? And for them it becomes very easier to decide what is the right portion for them. Similarly, nowadays we also don't tend to drink enough water, and our body reacts same way, be it thirst or hunger. वो एक ही तरीके से react करता है, and we feel that we are actually hungry, but actually maybe we are thirsty and not hungry, and we confuse thirst with hunger and go and have our food. So these days we as an adult don't realize when we are actually hungry or when we are actually thirsty, and when we eat whenever we want to eat. Maybe it's because a certain time, because maybe our friends and family are eating meals, or any time. Like it can be any time. There is no scheduled time for our meals these days. But if you will realize and recognize कि मेरे को कब भूख लग रही है, मेरा पेट कब भर रहा है, you will not need any food rules, no restrictions. So try to give some time. It will definitely come with practice. Try to recognize your hunger and fullness cues. Next important point when it comes to good nutrition is to normalize and routinize your eating habits. Life is busy. We all are rushed and distracted. And इन सारे कामों के बीच में सबसे पहले जो छूटता है वो है हमारा खाना. And by the end of the day, since we have skipped our previous meals, we tend to overeat. या जो हमारे सामने आता है हम खा लेते हैं, right? All of us might have faced this. कभी ना कभी तो ऐसा हुआ ही होगा हम लोग के साथ. But our body likes to maintain a balance. We all like to maintain that balance in our life, right? Similarly, our body also likes to maintain some kind of balance. So guys, set a proper meal time for yourself. Say 10 a.m. breakfast, 1:30 lunch, 7 p.m. dinner. It's like this is just a general example. It can be anything else for you. But once you set a meal time for yourself, you will also get to know about your appetite. कि मेरे को हर 2 घंटे में खाने चाहिए, या मेरे को हर 3 घंटे में खाना चाहिए, या मुझे हर 4 घंटे में खाना चाहिए. So once you set a meal time for yourself, you will also know your appetite. And this will further help you plan your portion, like 3 meals a day or 5 meals a day, and so on. You can also have a weekend ritual for yourself. Set aside some time during the weekend and plan your menu in advance, plan your groceries in advance, plan your next weekend in advance. You don't know how your next week is gonna be. It might be completely busy. You don't know what things are gonna come up. So if you plan in advance, it might not help you to make complete healthy choice, but it will definitely help you make your choice a little bit better, for sure. Next, most common question that we are asked today is, what's the best diet? I wish there was one best diet. Should we go plant-based? Should we do high protein? Should we go low sugar diet or dairy-free diet? Or should I do intermittent fasting? We all as an individual are unique person. Our taste, our preference, our upbringing, our culture, even our health issues, our goals, everything is different. How can there be one best diet? There is one best diet, but that best diet is just for you. And that's what we do. We help in curating that best meal plan for you. I don't like using the word diet because I feel it comes with too much of restriction. So we definitely help you curate best meal plan, but then that belongs just for you and not as a general rule. So rather than looking at one best diet, look what actually works for you right now. So what should I eat? We have so many questions in mind, right? Are potatoes good or bad? क्या मैं pasta खा सकता हूँ? What about cheese? Are eggs okay? Do I have to live without chocolates forever? And so on. Further, we also classify our food as good and bad. ये अच्छा होता है, ये बुरा होता है. But I prefer dividing our food into eat more, eat some, and eat less. Consider them as your traffic lights. So eat more foods are those foods which you can, go ahead, bejhijak hoke khao. It should be part of your daily food. Eat some food is like a yellow light. You can eat them in less quantities, or maybe when you are dining out with your friends and families, and then stop. Eat less are like red light. You eat them once and stop. Now, how do you decide which food falls under eat more category, eat some category, and eat less category? So basically, the more processed the food is, the more it tends to go towards eat less category. Now, for an example, an apple is a whole food, right? No processing, nothing. So it becomes a eat more food for me. Now, if I make an apple sauce out of it, it becomes eat some food for me because I have done some kind of processing to it. Now, if I make an apple juice out of it, it becomes an eat less category for me. Yes, apple juice or be it any fruit juice becomes an eat less category for me. Now, for someone who is so used to drink carbonated drinks or aerated drinks, Pepsi, Coke, Fanta, mojitos, etc. Now, if I say you have to have an apple from tomorrow, is that possible? No, right? He has to gradually shift to fruit juice first. So maybe that becomes eat some for him. So, he or she has to eat apple someday, but then that shift has to be gradual. So what should I eat also depends where are you right now. So let's not complicate our relationship with food so much. Enjoy your relationship with food. Food is part of who we are, our culture, our upbringing, our social gatherings, our celebration, our dates. Let's enjoy our food. Now, if I say, for example, to a South Indian client of mine to stop eating rice from tomorrow, will that work for him or her? He has grown up eating rice in breakfast, lunch, and dinner, right? So rather than looking at food as good or bad, let's enjoy our relationship with food and see what you actually need at the moment. Last but not the least, can anyone of you guess who are these famous personalities? You can quickly write in the chat box. I'm waiting for 10 seconds. Okay. Correct. So a lot of you mentioned, came up with the names. First one, Mr. Sanders, owner of KFC. His recipe was rejected 1009 times. Mr. Walt Disney, who made Disneyland. He was bankrupt in 1920, and 300 bankers rejected him. Mrs. J.K. Rowling, author of Harry Potter. She was jobless, divorced, single mother. 12 major publication house rejected her book. And we all know where each of them stand today, right? It was, if they had given up, they tried n number of times. But if they had given up, would they have reached that place where they are today? No, right? You have heard that dialogue of movie Chandni Chowk to China, जहाँ अक्षय कुमार के कोच ने उनसे कहा था, मुझे तुम्हारे उन 1000 पन से डर नहीं लगता है, मुझे तुम्हारे उस एक पन से डर लगता है जो तुमने 1000 बार प्रैक्टिस किया है. So guys, in your journey of health and fitness, there might be situations when you want to just give up. You might think, I'll start exercising from tomorrow. You do it for a week, you give up. You think of having no junk food, you start practicing it, you give up. But there might be a number of things in your plate. But just try to pick any one thing that you want to start with, but do it consistently. And that consistency will bring a whole lot of difference in your life. With this, I want to close my session. And if you have any questions and clarifications, you can just let me know.
Kritika, can we request you to stop sharing the slide?
Yeah, I'll just do that.
Thank you very much, Kritika. With lunchtime approaching, it is one of the most opportune time to tell all the participants as how they should eat. Probably some of us may start following your advice. As right in the beginning of my introduction, I had mentioned that we are very fond of talking about diet planning and how we should go about it, but it's a very, very difficult thing to follow. And it was very nice of you that you brought out in the very last slide that the people who kept trying and trying and trying and then finally succeeded. So none of the participants who's keen on planning on a diet and wants to improve on the health may have failed earlier, but make efforts. Small tips given by Ritika will go a long way. Eat small bites, have little more variety. But before we move on to question answer sessions, I would also like to thank Chef Harinder Sharma, because he had given a very different perspective of healthy food, which is very specific to as far as lifestyle diseases are concerned. So all those people who are interested in knowing about him and what he's doing and how you can contact, you can write to us on Team Iris 2021 India at yahoo.com. We will just post the addresses in the chat box. And over a period of time, let's see how many people follow what Kritika has told. Now, there is a request which has come. It's a COVID time. We don't want to touch too much about COVID, but notwithstanding that, still the problem is not over. So one of our participants wants to speak something about immunity boosters. Can we have your views, Indu ma'am?
Hanji, namaskar. Yeah, it's really nice to be here on this platform, and I am really knowledge. So कुछ है अनुभव जो मैं शेयर करना चाहूंगी. One is जो हम प्रकृति को जीते हैं, है ना, हमारी जीवन की प्रकृति वात पित्त कफ, जिसकी आपको पता होगा, वात पित्त कफ की क्लीनिंग. वात क्या है आपका? वायु तत्व, राइट. पित्त क्या है? अग्नि तत्व. कफा क्या है? जल तत्व. इसी तरह हमारे शरीर की भी प्रकृति है. 3 प्रकृतियों से हमारा शरीर चलता है: डाइजेस्टिव पीरियड, असिमिलेशन पीरियड एंड एलिमिनेशन पीरियड. तो कहा जाता है कि सुबह 10 से लेके शाम के 5 बजे तक पीरियड है डाइजेस्टिव पीरियड, जहां एसिडिक कंटेंट ज्यादा बढ़ता है, जहां पित्त ज्यादा बढ़ता है, राइट, विच इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. फिर आता है शाम के 5 बजे से लेके सुबह के 4 बजे तक, दैट इज कॉल्ड असिमिलेशन पीरियड, इकट्ठा होना। ये पीरियड है हमारा कफा का पीरियड, राइट, जिसमें हमारा सब रिलीज होता है, राइट। एंड देन द थर्ड इज एलिमिनेशन पीरियड, जो निकलता है, राइट। ये हमारा पीरियड है हमारा वात का पीरियड। तो ये वात पित्त कफ की अगर हम कॉन्फ़िगरेशन अपनी बॉडी में समझ जाए ना, और फूड को उसके हिसाब से ले, आपका डाइजेशन और अच्छा हो जाएगा, क्योंकि ये मैं फॉलो करती हूँ, ठीक है। मेरा क्या सिस्टम होता है, सुबह के 10 बजे तक आई प्रेफर एल्कलाइन फूड, बिकॉज रात भर का जो एसिड क्रिएट हुआ है उसे डाइजेस्ट करने के लिए एल्कलाइन फूड बहुत हेल्प करता है। सुबह 10 बजे से 5 बजे का समय जो एसिडिक का पीरियड है, अगर उसमें आप एसिडिक फूड लेते हैं तो आपका डाइजेशन बहुत अच्छा होता है। और इसमें भी अगर 5 चीजें आप ऐड कर देते हैं खाने में, स्पेशली छाछ, देन कच्चा पपीता, देन खीरा, देन कम्स योर क्या कहते हैं ये जो फूड हमने खाया है, इट शुड बी आपके पैलेट पे जैसे अलग अलग टेस्ट फ्लेवर्स होते हैं, ऐसे ही आपके फूड में भी फ्लेवर्स होने चाहिए। एंड दूसरी बात, खाना हम सिर्फ मुंह से नहीं खाते, हम सातों सेंसेस से खाते हैं, देखते भी हैं, फील भी करते हैं, इमोशंस भी आते हैं। अगर आप खाने को पूरी तरह पहले देख ले और पूरे ब्लेस कर ले, और फिर एक एक चीज को खाते हुए महसूस करेंगे, तो आपका समय भी अच्छा निकल जाएगा और आपका खाना भी अच्छा हजम होगा। एंड वन थिंग वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, खाने को एक ही टाइम में खाए, ये नहीं कि अभी खाया थोड़ी देर के बाद फिर खा लिया। जितना ज्यादा आप खाना खाते हैं, बिकॉज मशीन है ना आपकी बॉडी की, ये वॉशिंग मशीन की तरह है, एक बार ही चल गई तो 3 घंटे बाद कुछ नहीं डालना, 3 घंटे बाद डालो, जो बीच में डालोगे मशीन रुक जाएगी, एंड देन यू एंड अप कि मेरा तो पेट साफ नहीं हुआ। सेकेंड, खाना जो डाइजेस्टिव पीरियड का है 10 से 5 के समय में, उसमें जो मील लेनी है वो एसिडिक फूड ज्यादा लेनी है। शाम का खाना अगर पानी ज्यादा ले सके या जल तत्व ज्यादा ले सके तो बहुत ही अच्छा, अगर भूख लगे तो फ्रूट भी खा सकते हैं। देन द मॉर्निंग में जो सुबह का 10 बजे का समय है, एल्कलाइन फूड इज वेरी वेरी गुड। यू नो व्हाट आई जनरली टेक इट, सीड्स आर वेरी वेरी गुड फॉर हेल्थ पर्पस। इसमें 5 तरह के, believe me, it changes your immunity like anything. What seeds? Methe, flax seeds, then comes saunf, then comes magaj, sunflower seeds, right? Then comes amla, कच्चा आंवला, आप इसको सबको सोक करो। इवन सीड्स जो ये नट्स है, आपको पता है रॉ खाते हो तो दे आर एसिडिक, बट दे आर व्हेन दे आर डिप्ड इन वाटर दे बिकम एल्कलाइन। So if you make a platter in the morning, which I do it, because you know मैंने एक organization join की थी, Santu Human, there they do it every day with the food and it was amazing results. Believe me, ये आपकी internal strength को इतना strong कर देते हैं कि आप कुछ भी कर सकते हैं, like it really boosts up your immunity, right? तो इसमें करने क्या है, सीड्स को सिर्फ भुगोना है, सुबह स्टेन करना और खा जाना है, राइट? फ्रूट्स है, साथ में जितने भी फ्रूट्स आपके पास हैं घर में 3-4 पूरा प्लेटर बना लो, लेट इट बी फुल। 10 बजे आप भर के अच्छे से छाछ के ग्लास, लेकिन नो नमक एडेड, एक्स्ट्रा सॉल्ट जितना भी डालते हैं हमारा बीपी बढ़ता है और कुछ नहीं होता। सो रिड्यूस ऑल एक्स्ट्रा सॉल्ट, ऑल शुगर, नेचुरल जो शुगर है, नेचुरल जो फूड है, दैट इज द बेस्ट। यू नो मैंने एक ओजस का भी लाइफ टाइम काफी यूज किया, बिकॉज आई एम अ रेकी ग्रैंड मास्टर, आई कीप ऑन विजुअलाइजिंग एंड बिकॉज आई कीप ऑन गिविंग टू माय स्टूडेंट्स आल्सो। ओजस फूड में क्या करते हैं, रॉ अनकुक्ड फूड, जितना आप अनकुक्ड फूड खाते हैं उतना आपकी बॉडी की मात्रा, बॉडी की डाइजेशन मात्रा बढ़ती है, जितना गैस कम से कम यूज होगी उतना आपके लिए अच्छा है, ठीक है। सो एंड सेकेंड, जो इम्यून सिस्टम की बात करती है, सिर्फ आपके खाने से नहीं होगी, आपके विचारों से, आपके इमोशन से, हाउ यू स्लीप। आपको पता है आपको रात को नींद क्यों नहीं आती? क्योंकि एक तो मोबाइल जो आपकी एनर्जी लूज करती है, सेकेंड आपका बॉडी का पित्त, आपका एसिड इतना बढ़ा हुआ है, थर्ड आपकी वाइब्रेशंस, आपकी फीलिंग्स, आपके इमोशंस। सो ऑल दीज फैक्टर्स हेल्प इन रिड्यूसिंग योर इम्यूनिटी। तो आपको लगता है ये कोविड के कारण हमारा इतना जो हमारे इम्यूनिटी लो हुई है, क्यों हुई है? सोच सोच के कोविड आ गया, पेन, रिलैक्स, यू नो देयर इज लेस ऑफ रिलैक्सेशन। सो वो पेन जो है ना, वो कहीं ना कहीं आपकी इम्यूनिटी को कनेक्ट की है। सो इट इज ऑलवेज इट इज अ सिंपल एडवाइस ऑफ माइंड कि अपने खाने को अवेयरनेस के खाओ, जागरूकता के साथ खाओ। कैसे जीवन जीना चाहते हैं, विजन बोर्ड बनाओ, what kind of personality you want to look for. If you want to look like, you know, a healthy and happy personality, keep a vision in your life कि भैया मुझे ऐसा बनना है। कहते हैं ना, जैसा खाओगे वैसा ही बन जाओगे। समोसा खाओगे तो समोसा दिखेगा बॉडी पे, ठीक है? अगर फ्रूट्स खाओगे तो फ्रूट्स भी दिखेंगे आपकी बॉडी पे। नाउ इट इज योर चॉइस, ठीक है? सो दिस इज व्हाट आई वांट टू गिव अ वैल्यू एडिशन। थैंक यू।
Oh, thank you very much, Indu ma'am. That was, from a very different perspective, and you gave very valuable suggestions. Uh, Before we close in, there are a couple of questions. The very first question which comes up is, how much of water one should, probably have in a particular day? Because having a lot of water, people say, but it has its pitfalls. For example, अगर आप बहुत ज़्यादा पानी पिएंगे, you will go for too much of urination and probably you lose on a lot of minerals. तो can we have healthy food के बारे में है कि कितना पानी पीना चाहिए? एक perspective जो शर्मा जी, कैन आप बता सकते हैं कि आदमी को कितना पानी पीना चाहिए एक्चुअली? आपका आवाज नहीं आ रहा, अनम्यूट करिए प्लीज।
पानी जो है हमारे को जब प्यास लगे उसी समय पीना चाहिए, लेकिन हमारे को अपनी डाइट के अंदर, जैसे मैम ने बताया अभी कि रॉ फूड वो आज वाटर रिच फूड के अंदर पानी अपनी जरूरत के अनुसार बहुत ज़्यादा होता है। यही हम खाएं तो हमारे शरीर के अंदर ऑलरेडी पानी आएगा। जब हमें प्यास लगे तभी तो कम पानी, अदरवाइज पानी का कोई ऐसा ही नहीं कि हमें 3.5 लीटर पानी पीना है या 2 लीटर पानी पीना है। जब आपको प्यास लगे तब आपने पानी पीना है, लेकिन अपने फूड के अंदर वाटर रिच फूड होगा। वाटर रिच फूड जैसे आपका सैलेड हो गए, फ्रूट हो गए, पूरी हो गए, ये ज़्यादा पसंद।
Okay, thank you. So that was one perspective. Kritika, can we have your views on this thing? How much of water, on an average, one should have?
So basically, on an average, we should try to include at least 9 to 10 glasses of water. Again, this is not a general rule. This is a general rule, sorry, and it might depend on person to person, but a general rule would be to drink at least 9 to 10 glasses of water. So that's minimum, not the maximum.
Okay. But then you would agree that, having too much of water can, lead to loss of minerals. So
But, yeah.
water को हमेशा लेते रहना चाहिए. There is a limit to it because
Correct.
excess of
so-
everything is bad.
Correct. So that's why it again depends on person to person, because if there is too much of water, there will be electrolyte imbalance in our body. So that should be taken care of. But 8 to 9 glass makes a good deal actually.
Why I asked, because I saw you having a glass of water.
Yeah.
So you've been probably very regular. Okay, there's another quick question which has come up, that this is from Arti Gupta. Arti, can you shoot your question? It says, cheating one day a week and savoring something to your choice and eating consciously whole week, is it okay? You mean to cheating on food, not to have food on a particular day? कि एक दिन व्रत करते हैं आप. Is this your query, Arti?
Yeah, so my question is, usually we observe what we are eating, but at one day when we are out, we gorge on anything, be it sugar, be it liquors or anything. So what should be? I mean, is it a right way of looking at the food and cheating for the food one day and then observing all restrictions the whole week?
Yeah, Divya, can we have this key? Because fasting is one thing which is in our culture. So, it's been going on for a very long time. Is it good to fast a day?
Basically, sir, fasting is very good to remove our toxicants from our body, and cheating for a one day is also good to avoid our craving, because food not only helps us physically but mentally also. So if we, and it boosts us to eat consciously throughout the week. But we should be wise while cheating. Like on Sundays, we are cheating and we want to have some sweet in our diet, or we want to take alcohol. So if we have decided that today evening I will go outside, and in lunch I would prefer green vegetables and light food, and we should never avoid any food item before cheating or before going outside to eat. We should eat in our lunch, we should eat in our breakfast, but we should eat wisely. Like we can select green vegetables or any seasonal one vegetables and dal, sabji, chawal, and then we can cheat in the dinner. But while cheating also, we should see wisely the quantity of the food. Like if we want to have ice cream, we can definitely have ice cream, but we should limit ourselves to one scoop or two scoops by cheating. If we want to drink alcohol, we can definitely have alcohol in the evening, but we should limit it to 1 or 2 servings.
Yeah. So basically, is it that everything controlled is okay? Anything more is going to create problems. Okay. There's a question from Shilpa, ma'am, about intermittent fasting. Kritika, can you answer about intermittent fasting?
Yeah, so intermittent fasting, basically it starts from 12 hours and it can go up to 36 hours. So when we talk about intermittent fasting, it actually depends on person to person again. It might suit me, you might get headache. So you can start with 12 hours of fasting, जो basic हमारा होता है sunrise to sunset वाला concept, which is actually not even fasting. वो general rule था जो अब हमने fasting में convert कर दिया है उसको. So you can start with that and observe how you feel. 12 set ho raha hai, then try to increase it to 14 and try to do it only once, and 12 hours you can do every day. But if you are increasing the duration, try to do it once a week or twice a week to observe how you feel, because each body is different. If it doesn't suit you, it might lead to more problems. So start with minimum like 12, 14 and observe. If it suits, go ahead and increase up to 16 hours and like whatever you want to do under supervision. That would be better.
Okay. So personally speaking, I feel that intermittent fasting or fasting is a good thing. The problem comes up is where we give up. So I hope this answered your question, Shilpa ma'am. And
thank you so much.
And as far as giving up is concerned, we have Ma'am Aradhana Jain. She wants to elucidate little more on giving up. So can we have you, ma'am, with your views?
Me?
Aradhana Jain, ma'am, you have written in the chat box that you would like to elucidate on giving up.
Yeah, I mean, Kritika mentioned, right, about trying, and she said, give some examples. So I would like to understand a little more on that part, because lots of information is already available everywhere, but the only part is consistency. So if we can elaborate a little more on that.
Yeah. So, basically what happens, say, for example, drinking water, for example, suppose I am drinking 2 glasses of water today and I want to make it 10 glasses. How will that shift happen from 2 to 10 glasses? मैं आज सोच रही हूँ कि कल मैं उससे 10 ग्लास कर लूँ, तो शायद वो पॉसिबल नहीं होगा. इनफैक्ट वो बहुत बड़ा टास्क जैसे लगेगा मुझे, right? So when we want to make, when you have an end goal of drinking 9 to 10 glasses of water a day, try to make that goal into small actions. If you make that goal into small actions, say, आज मैं 2 glass पी रही हूँ, for example, say this week I'll try and make it 3 glasses of water, or I'll try to make it 4 glasses of water. And if you continue this, rather than कल से मुझे 10 ग्लास पीना है, इनफैक्ट उसको छोटे छोटे स्टेप्स में जब हम डिवाइड कर देंगे, and follow it consistently, one day definitely it might take, again, जितना भी आपको टाइम लग रहा है, it's okay, but keep doing that consistently. आज मैं 4 ग्लास पी, कल वापस मैं अगले हफ्ते 2 ग्लास में आ जा रही हूँ, you won't be able to reach that 10 glass. You have to वो वापस effort डालना पड़ेगा हमें, जो हमने पहले वीक में डाला था. So whenever you are starting something, start from small, but keep doing it consistently. It can be just adding 1 glass of water. It can be as simple as that. No need to make health so complicated. But बस उसको regularly करते रहो. Keep your progress check. हमें कोई perfection तो चाहिए नहीं कि बस कल से हमें 10 glass पीना है. Keep your progress check, keep doing it consistently, and I'm sure one day you'll definitely reach that 10 glasses of water. And it can apply to anything. It can apply to, sleeping early, waking up early, कोई भी लाइफ में exercise daily. Start with 10 minutes of walking. It can be as simple as that. But keep doing that 10 minutes of walk every day. You don't know when you'll start liking it, and you start building onto that exercise and other habits.
Well, thank you, Kritika. There is one
Thank you, Kritika.
which is, I hope, ma'am, your quick query has been answered, Radhana, ma'am.
Yes, completely, properly. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, there's one question, which has been asked by Anjali, ma'am. She says that most desserts are high on processed sugar. Could you suggest some alternatives which are good in taste while also low on sugar part? And she has, probably tagged Divya and Kritika, but I feel that this question would be best answered by the chef, because chef alternative की किसी को शुगर कम करना है या ग्लूटेन एलर्जी है या मिल्क एलर्जी है, ही इज वन पर्सन जो आपको इसके अंदर ज्यादा अच्छे तरीके से बता पाएंगे. सो शेफ, इन केस शुगर इस्तेमाल करना है तो व्हाट डू वी डू अबाउट इट? व्हाट आर द ऑल्टरनेटिव्स?
शुगर के लिए अगर आपको डेजर्ट में शुगर ऐड करना है,
आपका आवाज थोड़ा कम आ रहा है. कैन यू बी लिटिल क्लोजर टू द? या
मैं ये पूछ रहा हूँ कि आपको डेजर्ट में शुगर का अल्टरनेटिव पूछना है.
हाँ जी.
शुगर का अल्टरनेटिव जो है आपका डेट्स आप यूज कर सकते हैं. डेट्स में भी जो वैरायटी है वो है कीमिया डेट्स. उसके बाद आप रेजिन्स का जो वैरायटी है उसका नाम है ब्लैक सुल्ताना. इवन आप स्टीविया यूज कर सकते हैं. स्टीविया को आप मीठी चाय भी बोलते हैं, उसकी भी बोल सकते हैं, और उसको आप इसके अल्टरनेटिव यूज कर सकते हैं. ये जो है ये नेचुरल शुगर के उसमें आते हैं. आप उसमें दूसरी चीज शुगर आप कोई भी बजट बनाएं, आप उसको इन चीजों को यूज करके देखिए, आपका बजट बिल्कुल परफेक्ट है.
Great. I'll also, try to add a little input in this. What sugars to be had, how much of sugar is in a particular item. There's a very beautiful, as you know, that this particular program is also the crux of this is to give knowledge, and as a social responsibility, we have started this particular thing to, give knowledge. So knowledge can come from any source. On Netflix, there's a beautiful program called the Game Changers. So all the participants, you can note down, please go through that particular program, hear what people have to say in a very scientific manner. They have explained what is good for your body, what is bad for your body, what should not be had, which we keep having based on a lot of advertisements. So this is one program all the people who are interested in good diet must see that program called The Game Changers on Netflix. Okay, the last question we have is that what should be had in case you have your allergic bronchitis? Yeah, Kritika, can you throw some light on this?
Yeah, so when we talk about allergy, it starts with our gut, hamara immune system. So, and when it comes to allergic bronchitis, you mean to say aapko like you get cough and cold fast, or you are allergic to some food? So what is that exactly?
Nidhi Mittal ma'am, can you specify what exactly you're looking for? She's written, what kind of food shall be avoided in allergic bronchitis?
So considering it's more of cough and cold, because she's talking about bronchitis.
Yeah.
So try to have, include more of alkaline foods in your diet, because bronchitis में क्या होता है ना, हमारा जब excess mucus form हो जाता है in our body, when our stomach is very acidic, that tends to happen more frequently. So try to include alkaline diet, like more of raw vegetable and fruits. Not that you can't have your grains and other part, but try to include more of these things to reduce the acidity part, and take care of your gut. Include probiotics, like घर में जो हमारा दही बनता है, या राइस कांजी हो गया, अचार हो गए, fermented foods like idli, dosa. So try to include more of probiotic food in your diet. and what to avoid would be some, like, again, I don't prefer telling a general rule, because again it depends on person to person, but try to avoid something that is hard on your gut. Maybe it can be like wheat or gluten, because I'm not sure what exactly are your symptoms, but यदि वो वैसे हैं तो you can avoid something that is hard on your gut and include something which is very light to your stomach. Or not that you have to follow this routine for your entire life, but at least for some duration till it gets better.
Fine. Thank you. I hope there are no more questions and queries which I have left, which were put in the chat box. In case there are any, you can, always shoot and, shoot your question. But I don't think so anything has been left out. I hope my panelists, we have been able to, answer all your queries. And as it has been brought out by a number of panelists, and earlier also it's been spoken about, that it all depends on an individual. What suits me may not suit a second person. And that's the place where, the experts come in between. We have a medical problem, we suffer, we immediately rush down to a doctor. But what happens? The source where the problem starts, when we are not eating properly, we do not consult a dietitian. We don't consult, a nutritionist as to what suits my body. So I think it's very important because it's a common saying, "Jaan hai to jahan hai," or people used to say, "Health is wealth." We read about it, but when it comes to specific of yours, we don't make efforts. हम बिल्कुल कोशिश नहीं करते हैं कि किसी एक्सपर्ट एडवाइस में, because based on your blood samples, when I was earlier discussing this issue with Chef Harinder, Chef was telling me that, based on your blood report, they plan a diabetic diet. So that's the advancement of technology. So all those people who are interested in probably understanding and learning about what will be the best source of food according to their body, you must get in touch with us. Write to us on our social, on our contact addresses. My telephone number is given, and we'll put you through to all these experts so that you can get a personalized opinion from all of them. Because if you are eating rightly, it's very unfortunate that India, we don't have, system of identifying allergies right from, childhood. In the Western world, you have reports that somebody is suffering from mercury allergy, and somebody's got nut allergy, and somebody's got peanut butter allergy. So, but India, we say, okay, allergy hua, pet kharab hua, chale, next, move ahead. But it's very important to understand what suits your body. And there is not a single thumb rule that this will happen. Body reacts differently. These are certain guidelines which have been given out by our panelists, which are definitely, yes, they're definitely proven scientifically. So follow them. And if you want us to, indulge and help you out in sorting out your health issues, kindly write to us. So thank you once again for this patient hearing and joining our webinars. Shortly, we will be coming up with some more webinars. Probably the next Sunday, we have something on anxiety, we have on bullying in the schools. So keep tuned to our social media platforms, that is Instagram and YouTube. And yes, there was a query which we have answered. Maybe by tomorrow, we'll be able to put this complete recording on our YouTube. All those people who joined late or probably missed out, maybe some friends of yours have missed out, please share that link. Sharing the link on the social media platform, the way I've shared the link for the webinar, so you can watch in case you have missed something here. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And take care. Stay safe. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.